8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Round me up the coast, boy. Wanna hear the ocean roar crash over me. Then ride it home, dance it up in moonlight. Hold me tight and don't let go. Watch over me. We are all stardust, stardust, stardust. Left behind, left to find one another, face the sun, fear no one, 'cause we are all one, we are all one, we are all one, we are all one, we are all. Lift me up, yeah, moonchild, put me into overflow. Superstar.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to this special rendition of the Ziggy Show. How's everybody doing? Today's wiener is TKO. I was like, what do you mean my trip? I thought and then you said a road trip. I thought you were going on. No, Athena got spayed, and my mom really did come. That's true. And Athena really did get spayed, and then she didn't eat for a couple days, and Caitlin was all worried, and so, but hey Jessica, hey Margaret, Sue, Robin, Jackie, hey Jude. I'm waiting on some people, but we can talk up until then. Hey Lori. But yeah, I heard about the Tragedy Pimps Exposed live or video. She's a real loser. But that's all she proved. Oh my God, dude. Hey, Poppy. Spirit 8. Of course, now my knee's going to hurt. So what's been going on new in the streets? I haven't even been around. Andy's pointing fingers at Fred? That's nice to know. Of course, he's probably kind of worried, or Athena's doing better. She started eating and drinking last night, so she wouldn't eat or drink for a couple days. But I didn't hear it, Lori. What was he saying about Fred? I mean, I've heard a couple things from people that text me and stuff. Hey, Jam. Jam's going to be so mad at me. I was supposed to call you back last night, and there's a few of you are going to be so mad at me, but you'll get over it. Hey, Vet Girl. This is good news. I think it's good news, yeah, but also it's just, yeah, I think it's good news. Psychic said an accident, and when he heard it he said, thanks, Fred. The psychic said an accident, and when he heard it, he said he thinks Fred, I believe on Voices. Oh, that Fred accidentally ran into Summer. Is that what? get his cards. He did get his debit card. I need to watch Cher's live last night starting at 1:13. They were talking about Fred. Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to really upset me though, right? Because I'm sure it's full of lies. So, anyways, I think we have to consider how many versions each person has told. If there's 3 different stories about when a witness left all summer, which story do we believe, you know? So ridiculous. Yeah, that's what he said. Because a yellow vehicle. Don't watch it. Pissed you off. Yeah, she still confuses Frank Light and Fred Hill. That's what she doesn't get, is like they're completely 2 different people and very different. Chose to stop watching last night because I support Fred, so yeah. Well, so I kind of fibbed to you guys a little bit, not really, but it is true that my mom came to visit, or not to visit, but to stay, and stayed ended up staying longer than expected. Yes, I did go to Tennessee. So congratulations to the wiener. Tragedy Pimps Exposed. Somebody says Fred there with you. I have a feeling he is. Fred came to stay too. He has to stay. He stays at he has to stay at a house, guys. So hold on, I was trying to maybe switch cameras here. So that's why. You can say hi to Fred real quick. Yep. Are you getting engaged with Fred? Oh my God, congrats. Hi, Fred. What? Yeah, guess who else is here? She got up, though, and walked away. They're all saying, hi, Fred. Yeah, we're working on something. So you guys were right. You guys can tell when something's up, can't you? Not Jody Sue, but it is about the Summer Wells case. And the thing is, guys, like it's really, we're just kind of in a really bad situation here as far as like, that's part of the reason why I haven't gone live, is because I'm afraid to say the wrong things, because it's getting kind of scary, you know. I'm in Knoxville. Well, not right this second, but that's where I stayed. Wave. They're all saying you look good. He's not very talkative. You know where I am? Where am I? Where am I, Jam? See, Jam, that's why I didn't call you yesterday, because you knew if I called you, I would have told you. That's why I've been like, you guys know I can't keep a secret. That you guys should see with that, like, it's hard for me to tell, to be dishonest. So, yep, I'm at Kathy's house. Say hi, Kathy.
Hello, everyone.
She doesn't want to be on camera, but she's right next to me. You recognize that couch? Yeah, I know. That's why I moved this way, because I was sitting over at the couch and I was like, oh crap, they're going to recognize the couch because of the picture of Fred. You sent me a text. Oh, God.
You can show me for a minute. Everybody's wanting to know what I look like. I know.
I did.
Hi, guys. I'm Kathy.
So the picture you guys thought was a plush rehab is actually Kathy's house. So that picture of Fred was not at rehab at the place he's staying. And also, I didn't want problems for him either. Fred's been consistent in my opinion. I hope he does right in recovery and doesn't get too involved in YouTube. Look at Andy, Jerry Sue, Candace, Grandis. They're worthless as far as credibility court cases. Yeah, he's just not really made for YouTube. How is he doing? He's doing pretty well, I think. Yeah. And I'm about to head back here in a few. So I wanted to wait until, of course, I was going to tell you guys, like, that's why I was irritated about Tragedy Pimps Exposed. Like, you guys, it's not a fucking secret, like, it really isn't. No, Laura's not here. Laura's not here. Stay strong, Fred. You can do this, is what they said. So, like, the thing is, guys, where Laura stays, it's far from where Fred's staying, and so is Knoxville. It's your business. Yeah, and that's why I was so irritated, because I wanted to tell you guys. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to tell you. So I was like just irritated that this psycho, like every single time, like the last time I was in Tennessee, the same thing happened. People took a picture of me and then it's out that I'm in, like, nobody knew I was in Tennessee except like 2 people. And suddenly there's a picture. I didn't think there's a picture of me taken at Zoomers. Put out. That's how they found out last time I was there. My freaking license plate and everything, my car, they took picture. Yeah. So weird. Yeah, it is about safety. Like, you guys don't understand. He's also doing. Does she have a chip in you, Ziggy? She gave me the mark of the devil. The mark of the devil, I'm telling you. I was suspicious when we were talking the other day when you started a car. Yeah, and I was like, how did Tragedy Pimps Exposed? Oh, Ziggy rented a vehicle. Like, what a fucking psycho. How does she, I mean, how the hell did she freaking know that? She has everything about my life, like, just memorized, and knows that, oh, that's not the color of car of Ziggy's. Something's up. Has Fred got to see Laura yet? No. I have never commented on your lives, but I feel Fred is a trustworthy guy. Thank you, Cheryl. I wouldn't put my faith in him if I didn't feel like it, guys. Hey, country girl. I'm safe. We're towards the end of the trip. That's why I'm saying that's one of the... You guys are good. You don't have to be super quiet. It's totally fine. Do you hear me? I was talking to you guys. You guys don't have to be. It's okay.
I want to say thank you to Whistle While You Lurk and to
Honey Elder
for taking up for Fred last night in shares.
Yeah.
When she was saying that he was, when Cher was trying to imply that Fred was a child molester and things of that nature. Fred is not. He has no charges of any of that stuff.
Nobody would ever accuse him of that, and that takes I'm sure Andy's really scared that, what do you think I'm in Knoxville for? You guys, I'm pretty sure that story that we heard is actually true. That Lady of the Night story. And there's your clue. And it's scary. I actually think that lady that called me was the person who was trafficked. Because she talked like she spoke from firsthand experience. And there's so many things lining up. The SD card? Haven't seen Laura yet. I mean,
in my opinion, Andy's just trying to stay one step ahead of the game.
Yeah, well, that's why we're not saying everything. It's not a secret, as far as from you guys, or a secret rendezvous. It's very... see, the problem, it was Cher. I got distracted because I see Cher, somebody say Cher is disgusting. And that is, people keep associating Fred with Frank Light. And I used to do that too at the beginning. I used to get them confused all the time. They're completely total opposites. Frank Light is a piece of shit, the worst. And Fred's one of the best people I've ever met.
Exactly.
Seriously. Thank God I have Kathy to back me up on that. And she's met him and spent a lot of time with him too. Did I find the hotel in Knoxville? The Lady of the Night, I didn't find, no, not the specific. I don't know. See, that's why I'm afraid of talking about too much. Cher sending filthy pictures to Dawn. Yeah. She should even talk about anything. Really? Who sends sexy pictures to Dawn Wells? Would you?
Hell no.
I was waiting for a reaction. I just thought maybe she would. She didn't react.
The only time I would want to be around Dawn Wells is if they let me put the handcuffs on.
Yeah.
Or to be in court to see him be convicted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, so people should be really scared, and they know. And Andy knows, so he can stop playing games. And he knows Fred's not a predator. And I don't know why he wouldn't. Fred wouldn't let people go around saying Andy's a predator if people were. He doesn't know that. He would never say something like that. And that's how you can tell that people are, when they start getting desperate like that, that shows a lot. The heck? The weather just...
Was the door open?
And then we keep getting this Amber Alert out of Sumner County. My dad just texted me, which is weird. Please go watch his video with Fred. He'll know the person. If this is what happened, I still believe Don and Candace are guilty of child neglect and SA and child abuse. Which video, Beth? The person they're describing on Shares Live. Oh, who wrecked? Fred knows. I'm sure he knows. Fred knows. Are you talking about red truck? That wrecked on the road? You know what I mean? Oh, I've already looked into the Amber Alert. We kept getting them nonstop on our phones. Hold on, I'm texting my dad back. I know it's like close to my birthday. I thought like maybe, I don't know why he would be texting me now. Probably, who knows? Hold on, guys. 1 second. Oh my God. So somebody texted and said in the Discord, and there's a Discord of Jody Sue talking about how Andy having friends that worked at motels and that he would go bang hookers at these hotels. That is the same freaking story I got from the Lady of the Night. And I got that he liked a little like black girl or mixed girl. Okay, my dad said
Andy's trying to lie his way.
That's so funny because there's you guys. Man. That's crazy, Jody Sue, because you know what? And Andy, I have screenshots. I'll get screenshots of that proof that you're talking about. Andy going to these motels well before the Lady of the Night call I had on the outskirts of Knoxville. No, we didn't find the SD cards. We thought about going to Ben Hill Road, but then we decided against it because it's far and just a few things. It's out of the way. And Kathy was really wanting to go, and I was really wanting to, but then once I realized how much driving it would be on top of what I have to drive home. Andy can be read like a book, Ziggy, in my opinion, says pretty is as pretty does. Yep. Yep, in my opinion, they aren't talking Knoxville proper, but close to it exactly. And when I asked Andy, if he used to hang out in Knoxville, he said, how do you say it? Sevierville? Sevierville. Fred was making fun of how I say Seversville or something.
Sevierville and Sigornsville.
Oh, okay.
When you say Sargentsville, Sigornsville.
$111. I see 111 and 1111 everywhere. Then come to find out his birthday is 1111. Thank you, nicely done. Thank you for the super chat. Please tell Fred hi, and I'm proud of him. And thank you to Kathy. Yeah, and he got all your guys' little notes too from the Amazon packages. And
I want to say thank you to everyone that gifted Fred. He is so appreciative of everything. He was left without nothing. And you all gave from the heart. And that's what it's supposed to be about.
Honey Elder says, I've been seeing 1111 everywhere too. Yeah, I don't know what it's supposed to mean. All I ever got from AB talking was, I don't remember, and I just smoke weed, right? I don't remember what I ate for breakfast this morning. That's what he would say, or yesterday. Yeah, thank you guys for being so, he is so humble, yeah. Sounds like Andy hangs a lot out at motels and hotels. Probably. What's that one, that shady one in town? What's that one?
In Rogersville?
Yeah.
We got the Comfort Inn.
That's where that one guy was. You say you helped him. What was that motel? Somebody will say it probably in the chat. There's a crappy, it's known for drug activity.
There's also a couple up in Sigornsville, Churchill. Gee, there's even one right out here from my house.
That time Cher asked Andy about the it's done text, and when he said he didn't know about it, her answer was okay. Instead of digging deeper, he only answered again in a few minutes because of chat. Well, Alex, I'll be careful. I'm going to be going back today. $1111 means you're connected on the right path. Yeah, now I'm just taking it as, just keep doing the right thing. Yeah, it is an angel number. But it's weird. I used to always see 333. You guys remember, that's why my channel, I've always, like, my Venmo is Ziggy333. Yeah, I'm at Kathy's. Somebody's here.
My son.
Lily, who found out you were in Tennessee? Somebody just has no wife and put the puzzle pieces together like it was some freaking. They uncovered some. They did that last time too, and it's like, you guys are such losers. God. Seriously, do they not have? I bet she has, like, oh my God, I bet her life sucks. A strip club, I bet people there would all know. Oh, you're probably right.
Who's going to a strip club?
They said you should go to a strip club. I bet there will be all people that know all sorts of stuff. That's true. Because strip clubs are known for a lot of, like, yeah.
I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, that's true.
I think the motel has changed. Like, I don't believe, I think that there's more than one, guys. Hold on. I'm making sure I don't say anything wrong. So Ziggy has free will and come and go as she pleases. Yeah, that's not stalker behavior at all, right? I figure you were going to Tennessee just for being safe due to YouTube. It's so difficult, guys, for me to, you know how hard it was for me. I couldn't even, I was supposed to call GM last night, and then I kind of I was like, I better wait. Even though I know GM would never say anything. There's several of you that, but I wanted to just leave it as a surprise, and, you know. Did your lady of the night identify someone with a photo? Yeah, Andy Bernard. I mean, you know, I've always said I was going to come see Fred when he got out of jail. And so I don't know why. I didn't watch that video that Tragedy Pimps did, but, you know, like I clicked on a certain part. Actually, Fred was watching it, and I was like, dude, turn that off. I don't want to hear it. You can watch it later. And he was just cracking up. He thought it was stupid. And the part I heard was, oh, Ziggy let out a lot of clues. You know, just such a no life. I let out a lot of clues. Oh, yeah. It was such a secret that I talked about coming down here before I even came down here. Like, once he was out of jail. It was never a secret. Hey, Lucky Lou. And so when I said a week, it wasn't really exactly a week. I just said that because I didn't want to give away. Actually, I was supposed to come down here only for like a couple nights, like Monday to Wednesday. I think that was what it was. What's that? A pillow?
Happy birthday to you.
Oh my God. Really?
Yes, really.
Aw. Home is where I want to be. An A. Oh, that's so sweet. This is a cute little pillow. I love pillows. I do. I like a lot of pillows.
I didn't even get to go pick it out. I had to have
That is so
my son
sweet.
pick it out.
It says a little note to say hello and let you know I care. I hold you in my heart. Philippians 1:7. You're on my mind and in my heart and always in my prayers. Happy birthday to a very dear friend. Love you, Kathy. Aww. Now you know I have to hug you after that one. Thank you. You're welcome. Aw, that's so thoughtful. I wasn't expecting that. She didn't even know for sure.
That's what surprises are all about.
I know. She didn't even know for sure that. Well, no, I did text you that we were on our way. That's right.
I was going to get it yesterday, but I didn't make it yesterday. I guess today.
No.
We surprised Kathy too. Kathy. Well, actually, no. You knew I was coming down. You were the only person that knew.
I was the only person that knew, but you did surprise me.
Yeah.
And actually, my lazy butt was still in the bed.
And the reason why she knew is because she, talks to Fred. So actually, it was you and Fred that knew.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah, my birthday's March 2nd. So you're gonna fall in love with Tennessee. I lived there and cried all the way back to Ohio. I just don't like the roads. Like the one here is not bad, but in East Tennessee, like it is.
Oh, you'd get used to it if you lived here.
Yeah. That's why Andy said his friend would pick him up, but it wasn't an SUV. Yeah, you probably should rewind, I guess. Kathy is a sweetheart. That was kind of her and thoughtful.
Thank you, everyone.
One of my brothers is March 7th. Yep. Tennessee is beautiful. I mean, I've been here on here like several times. Please keep Fred off camera. I don't think the weirdos would even know what he looks like now, so please keep him quiet until this is over. Yeah, I told him I was just gonna flip it real quick and thank you guys. You're a leap year, baby? That's funny. We were just talking about that. It's not a Lady of the Night SD card. If you type in Ziggy Lady of the Night, here, I'll find the video, guys. Let me think here. Here's the link to it. Oh, thank you, Granny's house. Thank you guys so much. She is Karma. My mom is, and Athena did get spayed. That is true. You guys, I don't lie. I just will not say anything.
Holy moly.
My mom, Athena did get spayed. You guys want to see a picture? It was sad. Poor thing. And she just started eating again last night. So, yeah, it's true. And let's see. I think I have another picture, too. Thought I had another one of her incision. But you can tell in this picture. Thank you, knowledge is power. Thank you, guys. Prayers for Fred's recovery and brighter future. Here is Athena coming back from and she was actually taken back yesterday. So it was Monday that she was spayed. So, and she was taken back again Monday or Tuesday because she wouldn't eat or drink, which they called in advance and told the vet that. And instead of saying it was normal, they had them come in. And then, when they get there, it's like it was normal from the anesthesia. So Caitlin sent me a picture of the incision somewhere. Oh, thank you so much for the Cash App, Crazy Mom. I appreciate that. Or the Apple, whatever it's called, Apple Pay. I'm new to all that. China, I don't know what happened to that. I could have sworn she sent me a picture. I was going to show you.
I like that.
Yeah. The SD cards from the trail camera? Yeah. We don't know if, like, Laura, like, when she took the stuff that she took, she hasn't been able to find them, supposedly. I don't know if I don't know. Fred's the one that, Laura, didn't Fred already tell police everything? Yeah. What do you mean? The card reading event is April, guys. Do they connect to an app? Who? Hi, Kathy. I'm Kathy too.
Is that Kathy S?
It's no, Kathy Marchbanks.
Oh, okay. I think I've seen her in chat before.
I don't think I've seen her. I don't know. Oh, trail cameras that connect with apps. Well, see, he doesn't have the same phone either, but I don't know. Did you have an app with him? No, it was, they used them or put them on in a computer.
Is Lip Lock no more in there?
Yeah.
Hi, Lip Lock.
Thank you for the birthday wishes, guys.
Hi, everybody that I didn't say hi to.
No, I don't know. I'm sure the lady that asked about, I'm sure she didn't mean it disrespectfully. I just didn't understand what she meant. Huh? I don't know. Thank you, guys. Yeah, so the event you guys I talked about, that's in April. Thank you, Knowledge is Power. Thank you, Karen. Well, I don't know how long I'll be live, but I just wanted to come on, and I am about to leave here in a little bit, so. But I'll be back live. Who knows? Maybe even tonight. But yeah, it's hard for me for me to keep a secret. And if you guys ask me something and put me on spot, So I just decided not to go live at all. But then that just gives it away because weirdos like Tragedy Pimps Exposed and Six Up, they know my whole schedule and life. So they just like, they know when something's different because they stalk me so bad.
That's bad that they don't have a life and they have to go and make their lives about you to get their.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's crazy.
They just want something exciting to talk about, and it's like trying to act like it's some kind of secret, or they're wanting to put it out before I can say something, and act like make it something else because they know they can get views for that. The meantime, like putting out something like that. Literally was going to do it myself. But just like what happened last time, the last time though, it was literally like right away. It seemed like the same night I got to Tennessee, it seemed like, I'm glowing because I have highlight on. See? Keep Fred away from Ben Hill. Yeah.
He's allowed to go one time to Ben Hill. And that's to say goodbye to it all.
Yeah, we're at Kathy's. Well, thank you, Lip Lock. Go watch that video. I'll have to watch it. I'm afraid it's going to really piss me off. It's just going to be a bunch of lies. Like, I don't even... Why confuse myself with a bunch of lies? I know it's going to be a bunch of BS. Like, Andy doesn't even... Is he really saying that about Fred, or is he just going along with what Cher's saying? Because, he never says much of anything. It's just like, either it's, I don't know, don't remember, I smoke a lot of weed, can't remember what I ate for breakfast.
Andy also admitted, too, that he did, he said shrooms, but, mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And was it acid?
Yeah, he did say he did acid.
I think he's done a whole lot more than what any of us think he's done. And he's lying a lot more than what we think he is. And covering his butt.
People are like, don't watch it. It will upset you pointlessly. Yeah, I already know.
I got a little upset yesterday when I was watching some of it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's pretty like, well, especially once you start trying to make somebody out to be a predator or a sexual predator or something with children, like you just don't go there unless you have like absolute, we have that with Fred, or with Don and Frank Light. That's why people keep getting Fred and Frank Light mixed up. And that's the main...
Fred is not a child predator. Not.
Yeah, that goes...
Not.
And Fred said, look into his background all you got to. Cher, you lunatic. Which she's just one step down from as far as horrible people, because she abused animals.
Nothing against Cher, but everybody's got their own one that they believe in, etc., etc. But Cher is
opportunist.
Yes, and more for Andy to try to get information from him. Yeah.
But did you see what she did when it came to that, to Quentin Simon case?
Yes.
And had that big banner with her
Yes.
freaking YouTube channel on the house?
Mm-hmm. I did not like that at all. No.
Like, how are
No.
you fucking ridiculous? I mean, serious? Like, are you, what is wrong with you? I don't know how people can't see through that shit.
Is Justin in here?
Actually, I haven't seen Justin yet. I have a clip of Jody Sue admitting Andy was able to leave work when he wanted, and his boss would never, and his boss would cover for him. Yeah,
I totally believe that. Mm-hmm.
You don't trust people who abuse animals, and you shouldn't. If you can abuse animals, then you, I mean, what else can you do, right? That's just like I was saying, one step down from a child predator. So I don't know why she's even in this community. Like, dude, you're a freaking criminal predator, lunatic yourself. You abused animals, something that was defenseless. You're a horrible person. So I don't know why you think you can talk about anybody.
And I feel sure Andy's and Jody Sue's probably in the bushes. They're not like me. I go up in a tree. But they go in the bushes.
With the monkeys?
Yeah, I go in the trees with the monkeys. I can see better. Hush, son.
Oh, well, thank you, Parody Patty. I appreciate that.
But I am a real person.
Shara has attached herself to Andy as he is from Ben Hill. She wanted her own Fred because she is so jealous of you. She is just using Andy to get to you. Probably. She did this that's what she did when I had that information from the person who was retired from Hawkins County, who came up and gave us that information about just making a comment about the 4-hour thing that Lawson had said about it taking 4 hours for them to call 911. And he had said something like that to this woman who Lawson knows because they worked together. And, oh, God, Cher was just dead set on proving that I was lying, set that whole thing up. And then what'd she do? She had remembered a screenshot that I had sent her because I had trusted her with info. And I forgot to cross out the phone number. And she harassed that woman endlessly, thinking she was the person who gave me the CPS info early on in the case, like that they call a CPS leak.
I remember that. Yes.
I haven't talked to that lady since like the first week, guys.
That got kind of messed up because of Shara, didn't it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, she also ruined that connection that source I had, which is a very good source, because very good source. But I don't blame that person. Like, why would she? She knew that people don't do their homework. Like, the thing is, people talk shit about the CPS stuff, about Fred, just about several things like I've done or people I've talked to. And they always twist things. It's never correct. It's like if they would just listen, they would understand, but they don't want to listen. That's the thing. They want content. They want something to go against, and they want to make it into something salacious and just much more exciting, like, oh gosh, a rendezvous with Fred Hill, People
need to tell the truth, not go and add on to it and spin it into their own little story. Tell the facts. Tell the truth. This is how gossip and rumors get started. There's no need for this. And guys, I will tell you this. I do know Ronnie Lawson.
Yeah.
Yes. I do.
That's how I started talking to Kathy at first, because she knows him pretty well.
And I also went to school with George and Polly. I did not run with them in the groups that they did or anything. I have not seen them since graduation. But yes, I went to school with them.
You want me to tell him how you know Ronnie Lawson or not?
Okay, guys. We all do dumb stuff when we're in high school. Hush. My grandson's wanting to run his mouth. When I was in high school, yes, Ronnie and I were a boyfriend and girlfriend.
And they did the dirty.
No, we didn't do the dirty. No. All we did was play kissy face. No. Ronnie was very, very respectful to me in that way. We did play kissy face a little bit. And I know everybody says, but back then, you know, we were younger and he did look better. So did I. But yes.
Yeah. So.
And his mom and dad was great people. They went to church where his son got his habit or whatever you want to call him.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking
I'm not going to say that he got it from Ronnie because I don't know that. Because Ronnie was never that way with me.
Mm-hmm.
Never. So, like I say, all we did was play.
And you didn't know of any type of abuse that he was going through?
No, his family was a good Christian family. I mean, I went to church with them at times. He started going with this other girl, and he has been married to her ever since.
Yeah. So Kathy was the last woman to date Ronnie. Well, at least that his wife knows about.
Right. I mean, he may have had affairs. I don't know. You know, I'm not going to say.
I heard he's hung out at the strip clubs.
So I don't know.
So yeah, it's crazy. Ronnie Lawson's been with his wife since high school. So I don't know. Let's see. I've got some missed text here.
And Ziggy is telling everyone the truth. She is not a liar. Like some people make her out to be. She is not. What you see is what you get. That's how I am. What you see is what you get. You might not like what I say. I may say something behind your back, but it will not be anything that I'm afraid to look you in the eye and tell you to your face.
I'm reading screenshots that somebody sent me from Cher's live yesterday, and I'm reading one that says, Fred is spending a lot of time on YouTube trying to make sure people think he is innocent too. Really? Have you heard Fred say one word yet? He didn't even. Are you? I don't think it's me that has been talking.
Fred's not been on YouTube, people.
Yeah, I don't understand. He's not spending any time on YouTube. He doesn't even type in chat.
We may have to change that.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, but you know, people they do everything they can to cause problems, and he's just trying to do what he is supposed to be doing, you know?
And he is.
Yeah.
He really
and they
truly
drug test
is.
him like, oh my God, every day it seemed like. So.
Yeah. They say people can't change. Well, from what I'm seeing, this man has done a complete turnaround.
He was always a good person. Yeah, he was always honest, but a good person. But I could tell the difference.
Heart.
Yeah.
He is humble. Yes. And he's very grateful for all the well wishes, the people praying for him, everything that everybody does. He is a very grateful person.
Yeah. And the only reason why we're saying it for him is just because he's just a humble, quiet person.
Yes.
So he's not, he would probably be, it's not like exciting for him to think about being on YouTube and, me interviewing him or something or talking about the case. It's really, yeah, I think sometimes too, I think he wonders like what he can or should say. And I think that's also why over time, certain things have come out. Like, especially you guys got to think too, like where he was at the time we got information. If, certain things that came out, he couldn't say everything while he was in jail. You guys saw they were messing with him. It was not. Let's see. Pretty is pretty does. Says my husband of 30 years says Fred is a good dude because they share the same first name. Yep.
Well, I had a Papa Fred in my life too.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
I haven't known too many Freds.
And he was a really good man.
Yeah, he's at least better staying off YouTube for now. And he's even been in the chats like every single live almost. Like there's nothing to do there. So except when he's at meetings or whatever, but he doesn't even type in chat. And his YouTube name is his name, right? So you would know there's going to be fake accounts of you now. I can see it now.
Well, that don't surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the heck? Birdie's crime chat says, remember Fred talking about hitting one of Dawn's girl dogs near Beach Creek Market? Did you say that? I've never heard that story, Birdie, and I think I saw you in chat. I don't know where you guys get these things, but what the hell are you fucking talking about? Where do you...
That was Dawn that hit one down there and brought it to my house because his hack runs his nose.
Oh, that's right. It was Dawn that hit the dog. He said she didn't seem hurt, even ran all over the tin roof afterwards. Sound familiar? That's what this person said that you did. It's like I know when I see things that...
Another rumor.
Candace said to me on the phone that Fred had a station wagon for years, and right after she disappeared, the car did too. Well, he's had a lot of cars, so he's probably had a red truck too. Let's see, I got a few more screenshots here to go through. No, the reason why they went to Fred, Dawn spent a lot of time going to Fred's is because he knows that Fred saw Andy down there that day. That's why. And he wants to make sure that he is staying one step ahead. He's trying, but the thing is, like, you guys, I've got a new information for you that is so crazy. We're going to go through this screenshot that I just learned yesterday. You remember, guys, this is crazy. So Dawn says, so the story about him calling CPS himself on the boys is true. Huh? Oh. The story about him calling CPS on the boys because it was too dangerous because of YouTube is true, actually. And you know how I know? Because he went down to Fred's, like, what was it, right after that? When Fred, or when Don was tripping out on coke. He did too much coke when he went out and was being the crack fairy, claiming he was giving away crack, and he was out. He had the police following him, TBI, and he knew they were following him around. And he did it on purpose because he's like, I knew TBI was following me around. He was tripping out and had been up too many days, and he called the fucking CPS on himself because he was tripping on freaking crack. Guys, that's what happened. He was so fucked up on cocaine that he called CPS on himself because he was like out of it, freaking out. You know, I'm sure he was so scared after they had said something. That was right after they accused him of being involved in Summer's disappearance. That's why he did that. That's what he said. So Don explained that one. When CPS got there and you're all cracked out of your mind, why don't you tell the truth? When I heard that, I was like, oh my God. Fred was telling me that yesterday. I was like, that makes so much sense now. Then didn't he go down there? And then he tried to set Fred up. He came down there too. He knew TBI was following him. Then he tried to offer some to Fred. And Fred was worried that he was trying to set him up because he was acting all weird, right? Isn't that what happened? And then you had him leave? Yeah, that was, remember when Don said he was being the crack fairy, just buying a bunch of crack and giving it away?
Spent
$2,000. That's when he had lost his mind because TBI, they had started coming down on him and like saying, saying he was involved. What did you do with your daughter? So he went crazy. And that's about the time too. He started asking you all kinds of weird questions about sex trafficking too, right? It was that same time, wasn't it? That he wanted to know, like he was trying to get Fred on recording saying things about sex trafficking. And Fred was like, why don't you go talk to the police about that? Isn't that or something like that, right? He was trying to like get Fred hemmed up in some stuff. And then he was afraid he was going to plant the cocaine out there because he was trying to get Fred to do it with him. And this is when he's all talking about saying this weird stuff. CPS had just came and took the kids, right? Was that later that night they showed up? So after he called, he came down to TU and told you he called him.
He tried to blame it on YouTube, but they weren't safe because of YouTubers.
Yeah, that was his, they aren't safe because of YouTubers. So he calls CPS. Well, no, that's because he was on crack. And he was either up too many days, or some people who are just really bad on that stuff, they get like that immediately, without even being up for many days. Have you ever seen people like that? Like they don't even have to be up for many days. They can be kind of crazy, just like, yeah. So did you hear that about?
No, I was in there. Sorry.
The whole reason. So about Don or losing the boys and CPS, him calling CPS and saying, "Oh, it's not safe here. Can you come take them because of YouTubers?" It was really because he was on crack and he was tripping.
They failed their drug test. My God, look at that
No,
house.
He did call CPS.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he was tripping on drugs. He was freaking out.
They should have been taken a long time ago.
Crack psychosis. Seriously, that's what was going on. He was all paranoid, talking about worried about sex trafficking and all, talking about weird shit. Yeah, Fred's here. I'll do another quick turn. Said hi, everybody. They can't see you very well over there anyway.
I know a guy that called the law on himself 3 different times. He was so paranoid.
Yep.
Doing that stuff that he kept telling the law that there was somebody underneath his trailer and they was going to get him. Well, there wasn't nobody underneath the trailer.
Yeah.
So after the third time, they took him in. So that stuff, it's not good, people. Not good at all. Smoke you a little weed, drink you a little drink, be happy, but don't go out and do the hard stuff.
Yep. He said he was worried about the boys. That's true. Yeah, but he was worried because he was paranoid on drugs. Have you guys ever, any of you guys who have done a drug that can make you paranoid?
I know he done $2,000 worth.
Yeah. He had bought $2,000 worth, claiming he was just giving it away. Like that's where we came up with the crack fairy thing.
Dawn and Candace do not need kids. Never.
Yeah.
But he was worried about Candace finding out that he had done it too.
Oh, that's right. Because he asked Fred if he could stay and hang out. So he had just got to. Yeah, so he stayed out there. Did you have to keep an eye on him, make sure he wasn't planning anything?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he that's why he went down to Fred's. He would go down there, guys. Another reason is not only to try to get information and see what Fred knew. The only time he would really come down was after Summer went missing, right?
Yeah.
But he was afraid to go home because he knew that he would get shit from Candace from being so fucked up.
Because he'd spent every bit of their money that they had in the bank on it just to get it if you just mentioned it,
Yeah, that's what he said. He said that's what even Don admitted that. He spent every dollar that they had on it, and he knew that TBI was following them, and
several got busted.
Yep. Oh, yeah. All those people that they got busted, all the people that he visited that day when he was out being a crack fairy, a bunch of them got busted because of that. Because of him. They were just following him around, crack dealer to crack dealer. But then the paranoia started setting in, and then he called CPS. I'll ask him when he comes back in. He went outside for a second. Yeah, he said he knew FBI was following him, and he bought and gave it away to prove he didn't need money. Therefore, he didn't traffic. That's true. That's what he said, Fred. He said he knew FBI was following him, and he bought and gave it away to prove he didn't need money. Therefore, he didn't traffic Summer. That was his whole thing. It's like, oh, I'm going to prove I don't need money. No, what that does is prove that you have money. Like, you have money. Like, why do you have? I mean, I don't see how that proves anything.
They don't prove nothing.
And then somebody wanted to ask, please ask.
This is putting the price tag on this daughter's head, I think.
Yeah.
$2,000.
God, I hope that's crazy. $2,000.
That's the way I do it.
Somebody says, please ask Fred if Ellie or TBI is really working on this case, or Ronnie Lawson wants this case to go cold and go away. What do you think? I don't.
TBI is handling the case more than the Hawkins County is. Yeah. That's true. Mm-hmm.
But we were saying the other day, that you thought, wasn't it you thought like right before the end of his term as sheriff, that you felt like maybe either it will be right before or early on for the next sheriff, because then to kind of, the next sheriff coming in, they might want to prove themselves or something. I don't know. Either way.
It'll be when Ronnie goes out to clear his name because of his son. Yeah.
I totally agree with what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that he says he's going to retire.
Ronnie a lot. I mean, on Summer's case,
Yeah. Can I tell him about the picture? Well, they're just not going to believe it, so I don't.
Yeah, they'll just be more.
Tell them.
Oh, when Fred was arrested, Ronnie took a picture with Fred when he was getting his mugshot. He said he wanted a picture to
prove I work side by side with him through the case.
Yeah. For when Summer Wells is found, there's a picture that's going to be, you guys just have to wait and see, I guess.
It surprised me that he wanted it, you know.
Yeah.
Get Milo out of here.
Yeah.
That was his doing, not mine.
Well, I know you don't really speak up. Yeah.
I think people's going to see a lot of things and be surprised by a lot of people.
Yep. Yep. Somebody said, I think a lot will come out when Summer's case is solved and she is found regarding Brandon Lawson. Just my opinion. Summer needs to be found. They need to do an audit on Ronnie Lawson's office. Well, I hear that Trev time, that he's working on that, which is good because, I mean, I have my mixed feelings on Ronnie. I go back and forth, when I go back and forth, like sometimes I feel bad for him. And then sometimes I'm like wondering but I still don't think it's right. Like, it's just not fair that his son gets special treatment like that, It's just not right. And it's not anything against him besides the fact that, it's just not right. I don't care who did it. It's not. Oh, thank you, Sage Sleuth. She says, I am glad that Fred is doing well. Yeah. So, please tell me Fred is joining Beekeeping Society. He needs a queen bee in the tree. Fred is free. What?
That's cute. That is cute. Who said that? Save the bees?
It says Rach, just Rach. The Beekeeping Society. He needs a queen bee in the tree. Fred is free. Oh, man.
He is free and he's doing good.
Well, kind of free. You can't really go.
Well, for the most part, you can say he is. And at the place he is staying at, I mean, he has to obey the rules, pass all drug tests. He's doing all of that, going to meetings. I mean.
Oh, and they did a home visit too.
Yes.
Like the couple days I've been here.
He's a straight A student.
Yeah.
I done home visit yesterday.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, they here, you guys, or well, in this state, well, maybe I shouldn't give out that information, but yeah, they go to homes and it's like any time of the day and
24/7.
Yeah.
It ain't just after hours. You can talk to them 24/7 here.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Stormy said, "Tell Kathy and Fred hi from me."
Hi, Stormy.
Said, "Thank Kathy for everything and tell Fred I'm proud of him."
Thank
Said,
I have dealt with the DCS around here with my own family. I have been through hell at times when a situation was going on with my grandchildren. There was somebody here every day. And I was trying to take care of these kids to school with homework, feeding them, bathing them, laundry. And
see, that's kind of like your reading I gave you the other day, how you had to, what I got is that you had to do everything. I know how it is. Yeah. It's hard.
And I had 3 little ones. And yeah. And I now have custody of my grandson. So Raising a teenager at my age isn't. Let's just say it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. But he seems to really love you, though. He gives you hell, but
Oh God, does he? Ooh, yes.
Oh gosh. So I'm reading more of these messages, the screenshots from Shares Live, and somebody said we need to take a deeper dive on Fred Hill. Okay, go for it. He said you can take as deep a dive as you want. Go at it. I've never trusted Fred because he shot someone, didn't he? If it's a lie, it's just lie. He shot somebody in self-defense. He didn't get charged. The guy shot off, how many rounds was it first? 11 or something?
11 rounds.
Yeah. And it's not Fred's fault. He's a better shot than him. I mean.
Anybody ever heard of self-defense?
Yeah. The guy also, you guys understand too, this was midnight, middle of the night, had his daughter. The guy brought his daughter out there. He was drunk. That guy ended up, yeah, it wasn't good for him. He could have been in a whole hell of a lot of trouble. Which, yeah, you guys. Now, see, since he said it was you called it a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
That's what they ruled it.
Yeah, so because he was a felon and had a gun, which is illegal, obviously, they dropped the charges because of the damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if he didn't have had it, it would have progressed and got way worse. He could have been dead. So it was like a life or death thing. So that's why they dropped that. And also, it was part of the agreement too, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. So that guy wouldn't get any. Mm-hmm. Fred had never seen that guy before in his life.
I can tell you what he looked like today.
Yeah, it wasn't any like personal beef or anything. The guy thought it was mistaken. Identity. Yeah, mistaken identity. 9 Lives Freddy. Oh my God, you guys have no freaking idea. 9 lives. That's comical. Oh gosh, I've never seen somebody have so much escape death so many times, and I see proof on it. I mean, he has a bullet wound. You can see it. It's not lies, guys. It's not just stories like Jody Sue likes to get. That's probably why Jody Sue says that, like, because yeah, he has crazy stories, but it's true. It's true. I mean, he has a bullet hole right here. He has had cancer. He's been, his eyeball falling out, his whole face reconstructed from falling or jumping out of a vehicle. What else? We were talking about
heart attack, stroke,
cancer.
Due to drugs.
And how they found that cancer is when he got shot in the kidney. And they took the bullet out, and then that's when they noticed he had cancer.
Somebody tried to take your life, save your life.
Yeah. Fred should contact his insurance company and have a new card mailed to the rehab. Yeah. And then Dawn and Candace both went to Fred's when Summer went missing. Yeah, you guys should probably ask Dawn and Candace why.
And that's why the dog sit there, because of the scent that was in the car. What law allowed?
Yeah.
What TBI allowed.
Jody Sue is going to have a litter of kittens, says Jam 420. I know, right? Jody Sue's going to be all cracked out today. She's going to be up for like 24 hours. Let's see if she can do a record. Actually, yeah.
Woo-hoo!
Fred said you're going to have to do a little bit more math, Jody Sue. Just a little bit more. Stay up a little bit longer. what was it? It maxed out. She's maxed out lives. Like she had to restart a live because she maxed it out. Like
I heard that. Yes, I heard that.
I think it's 12 hours, and she literally came back. You know, she tries to play it off like, "Oh, I'm going live to say, you know, thank you guys for keeping me safe." No, that's her paranoia from the meth.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's something. Something's going on. Fred did get struck by lightning. Yeah.
Twice.
Yep.
People think that you're lying to them when you tell them all this stuff, but you're not. You're not lying. So I mean, it's kind of like
Yeah.
two people going missing in one family. I mean, think about it.
Yeah. Well, that's why you guys, I know that a lot of people don't believe in, like, I just feel like there's a reason that Fred was chosen to be the person that was on that road that day.
Yes.
And there's a reason, you know, I mean, think about it. Like, it's just crazy.
The Lord puts people in places to do things that they would never have dreamt of in their life.
Mm. Yeah.
And Summer has brought so much attention, not just to Hawkins County, but to the whole wide world. This has put so much more focus on all the missing children, all the missing people. The Lord knows where she's at. He knows where every single one's at.
Ryan finds truth. Now he's back to talking shit again because here's a screenshot of him talking shit. Or she'll do another live attacking me again. Ryan, you are like such an opportunist. It's really, really disappointing. You should be ashamed. If I was... No, he'll never find Summer. He's not trying to look for Summer. He's going down to Florida on a tip to randomly go down to Florida because of a supposed Summer Wells lookalike. Oh, I can't get out of the car. I'm too recognizable.
He's on the wrong page.
He doesn't. His intentions aren't in the right place. You know, it's just sad.
Summer will be brought home.
Yeah.
I appreciate the fact that Ryan and his wife are out there still looking for Summer. But, and it's not right to say, well, you're too late to the game because it's never too late. But I just feel like you were used.
Yeah. Yeah, and Fred was too. It makes me really mad because I really put...
That's what upsets me with the situation. But it's not that because he's out there looking. I appreciate anybody. We all love Summer. She's not even our kid, but we all feel like she is ours.
Oh, beautiful sunflower. Well, I'll be back home tonight, so... Went on Florida vacation. I know, right? He went on Florida on vacation and used YouTube channel as a write-off. That's exactly what he did. Asked Fred to sit closer to the mic. He's not even really wanting to be on the... What does he think happened this summer? It's just... It changes. Lady May says, Fred, if you can see this, you're a cool dude. So, Ryan's lives are mostly clickbait, and just like he took out, asking for some kind of security at, where these meth cooks could be and stuff like that. And, and then going out, acting like Fred had gave that guy a heads up that he was supposed to meet up with. That's the thing too. That guy, can I say that or not? That guy believes that Ryan had something to do with his kids getting taken away. Because literally, what was it?
Days before Ryan was supposed to arrive there to take him or to go with him.
Yeah.
The child services come and took him out of the house.
Yeah. So a couple days before Ryan was supposed to meet up with this guy to show him, you know, the area that Cotton had passed away, the guy wasn't there. And well, it's because a couple days before his kids were taken by CPS and he was out like, he was out trying to get things done to get his kids back, and his thought, yeah, and he has them back, but he believes, and it's just, you know, a few weird things have happened around Ryan, you guys. That's not, I wouldn't even think that, but then there was how his chirp was taken right after you got done. You had just messaged with like Ryan, and they came in like immediately and asking for the chirp. Like, it's, you guys, I don't know about this Ryan guy or what he's doing, but it's weird. Yeah, not Ryan's kids. The guy Ryan was supposed to meet up that day with, his kids. Guy's name is Marvin. You know, and actually, Fred didn't even talk to the guy. It was kind of like you had talked to.
No, I talked to Marvin and lined it up.
Oh, you did talk to him? Mm-hmm. You did talk to him directly?
On the phone.
Oh.
I spoke directly to him.
Hey, Candace. Ryan is sneaky. Well, it's just weird. Like, so it's crazy that guy, like, told Fred that he thinks that Ryan had something to do with his kids getting taken. Which I don't know. Is Fred a suspect? I don't know. That's what we were hoping to go down to. We were going to go. That's reason why I was going to go to Ben Hill. I was going to try to talk to Ronnie Lawson and get him recorded saying, you know. But it's just it's so far a drive, and then it's, you know, another 5 to 6 hours back, and I didn't have time.
And it's a terrible day out.
Yeah. So, you know, I guess we're just going to have to, everybody, you know, Ryan Lawson, just to get out of it, just says everybody's a suspect. So the thing is, it's like, well, then that means Jody Sue's a suspect. That means Andy. That means every neighbor down that. We already said Jody Sue. Everybody knows Jody Sue and Andy, but that would mean Fred lives the furthest away from Dawn and Candace of anybody on that road, except the Redmonds. So the Redmonds should be a suspect. The Blue House Dawn should be a suspect. Anybody on that road. Because you tell me why Fred would be a suspect over anybody else. Why? Because Don Wells mentions him as a meth dealer. Everybody does meth out there. All of them are doing drugs out there. Why? I mean, that doesn't even make sense. Like, it makes zero sense. Like, you know, and I saw Crimes Have Consequences. I was really disappointed about a video she made a couple weeks ago. I was watching something. She was right. She was on point for the beginning of the video, and then she started talking about Fred and how Fred's a suspect, and it's like, dude, I just couldn't believe her logic. Where is this logic coming from? Have you guys actually sat down and thought like why you're saying he's a suspect over anybody else? I mean, we don't even have, it's different with Jody Sue and Andy because there's so many red flags and inconsistencies.
I don't see them working side by side.
Ryan did go to Fred's property. He videoed it. Are you sure, Sharon? When? Does Fred know they are building a bridge over Warriors Park? I don't know.
What's that got to do with anything?
I don't know. Warriors Park, maybe where Summer was or something. Just asking, I guess.
Well, I'm sure I ain't been up.
You ain't been up that way in a long time.
I mean, I ain't been up there in probably around the park or on the lake, probably 6 years.
Smiley says, does he think JD and his JD, does he think can, in his opinion, only be eliminated as a suspect? Does he think JD, he can, in his opinion, only be eliminated as suspect? What do you mean, Smiley? Do you think I've asked him if he thinks if Ronnie would, he says he doesn't see why Ronnie would, but Ryan, the thing is, if he goes and says Fred's not a suspect, then he's going to probably have other people too.
Yeah.
I think he just wants to keep it easy and say everybody's a suspect. I think that's all he wants to do.
Yeah, they don't want a lot of people to know that I've worked along with them as much as I have either.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care if I'm going to know that, you know.
At this point, I mean,
they need everybody they can get to work with them to help them. Because we all want Summer found.
just to call Ronnie instead of going down there. I mean, I don't know if Fred would do that. He's just, we'd have to have Fred call Ronnie and ask to clear him over even over the phone, like on recording. I mean, I think that's a job for Smiley.
Smiley's good at that. Hi, Smiley. Me personally, I would go in person and look him in the eyes.
Yeah, that's why.
And tell me, hey,
can you say right here, right now, am I a suspect or am I not a suspect?
Exactly.
You know, that's what we were planning on doing. That's what I was planning on doing, but because I was that's what I want, But the thing is, that opens a whole can of worms, because then if that happens, just think about people are gonna start calling and asking specifics, like about others too.
Exactly.
And it's just gonna be a nightmare for the sheriff's office. So they're just gonna keep saying yes, or everybody's a suspect. I mean, it wouldn't shock me if Ronnie said that he was still a suspect. Or that he was a suspect. Because
to cover himself.
It would not make me think any different, though. But when I asked Fred that the first time, if he thought that Ronnie would, if we asked him, would he clear him? He's like, I don't see why not. But, when you think on it, though, it kind of, when you play out the tape and think of the big picture, it could, you don't know. It's up in the air. Will he? I don't know. I wish he would. Free Fred. Hashtag free Fred.
Hey, we can get t-shirts made.
Yep.
Put a little butterfly on them too now.
Yeah. Let's see here. Hold on. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I would hate to be suspect just because I lived in an area when a child went missing. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, you guys, that's why I always say to Fred that this couldn't be a more there couldn't be a more perfect person to be in this situation, because nobody else could have handled this like he's handled it, and it has bothered him. But he was telling me, kind of opening up about that yesterday, how it bothered him that at first. But the thing is, like, then you learn of all his like near-death experiences and everything else. It's like, that's why he's been through a lot. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is, like, when you go through a lot like that, it helps you handle criticism and stuff. That's like just how I am on here on YouTube, and am able to allow things to just, I mean, if it gets to me, it gets to me for a second, and it's just like, whatever. I don't go seek out looking at what people are saying about me and stuff, like, because it doesn't matter. I don't care, and it doesn't make it true. I'm not going to sit there and watch stuff that's not, it's lies about me. Why am I going to sit there and watch that? So I don't know, Bertie, that it was Dawn that said that. It was not Fred. We were reading your comment earlier. It was Dawn that said that. Fred never said that. I don't know. Find it, clip where Fred said that. I'm telling you, you guys are just remembering things wrong and stuff. But that was Dawn's story about the whatever comment you said. I had it pulled up earlier. The comment you said in shares. What? Okay. Oh my God. Ryan Finds Truth tagged Sharon, said, if you do talk to Ziggy, make sure she knows the idea that this guy is Fred didn't come from me. What the hell does that mean? And why would you put it in a chat if you don't? You're fucking stupid, dude. Everybody sends me every single comment anybody says about me. Like, why would he put in the chat, sure, if you do talk to Ziggy, make sure she knows the idea that this guy is Fred didn't come from me, which I have no idea what the hell that means.
He did write it. I seen it.
Yeah, I'm like, what does that even mean? Why is he going to put that in the chat? Oh, don't say it came from me. Dude, you're just putting it right in the chat. Like, stop acting.
He also wrote that he didn't want you to do an hour live on him.
Yeah. So, Bertie, you said, remember Fred talking about hitting one of Don's girl dogs near Beach Creek Market? Guys, that he was talking about Dawn. That was not Fred that hit the dog.
And he was cracked up at that.
Jody Sue played the clip of Fred talking about it as a memory. Beach Creek Market. She did it on a live.
Jody says crazy.
I don't know. Did she? I don't know. I don't listen to Jody Sue, and I'm not sure like where she clipped it. If she clipped it in a perfect place, and it makes it sound like he's talking about himself, but no. Don brought the dog to Fred, and that's how Fred got in the story, right? He brought the injured dog that he hit to Fred. So it's just a miscommunication. It's just like, you guys, sometimes don't you ever say something wrong? Like, I mean, or somebody clips things. It's like the game of telephone. It gets changed so much.
See, Don didn't even know who the dog even belonged to or nothing, and I recognized the dog, and I contacted the dog's owner to let him know where it was at.
It was
that dog have on red panties.
Because that would, oh my God, Don would go extra crazy. A dog and red panties.
God, yeah.
Don, the dog diddler, and red panties. He would lose his. He would premature ejaculate right there.
Oh God.
I'm so stupid, guys. Sorry, I just couldn't help it.
The thought of that man.
That would be an overload.
It creeps me out so bad.
Oh, can you imagine the? I hope Lord didn't hang her washing out. No, they actually had it, you guys, and also the inside. Fred is actually OCD as far as cleaning and stuff. I know you guys, it's hard for you to believe, but like inside a place, like I knew for a fact, I remembered seeing that bed like perfectly made, and he sent me pictures of his bed, like, and compared to everybody's bed at the place he's staying, and his is like all like military style and like perfect. And I remember seeing a perfectly made bed, like one time when I went over to Laura and Fred's and knocked on the door. I never went inside, but yeah, that shocked me. Like the video people had seen inside Fred's place. Like we already learned that Karen even said, his sister even said that there was people squatting in there, and Fred hadn't even been there for months. I remember that one time I did see like inside your guys' place for a second when you guys answered a door. And I remember you guys were sitting on that bed that was right there, and it was like perfectly made, so and the thing is, he did all his work down there at that property. And a lot of times they stayed over at the other house, the double wide, which is much nicer, and both properties did have washer and dryer. So you guys, it's just, I think people are just getting the wrong idea. Same thing I did too. Because like people made him out to be a scary guy, and it's just not the truth. It's all part of the plan. It's all part of the confusion, to confuse people and get people looking in the wrong areas. How does Fred feel about all the YouTube attention he's gotten? Does he wish he'd never met the Wells or Jody Sue, or is he thankful for the support and just wants to help? Did he know YouTube existed before this?
I'm actually glad everything's happened like it's happened, because we'll be able to find someone, I believe, that way.
Yeah. So you don't regret? You never wish that you weren't out there that day?
You look at that. Do you look at it as a blessing in disguise? Mm-hmm. That's kind of what I thought.
He does say things like that. I've heard him say blessing in disguise. They sold Fred's property, not yet, but it's going to be going up for auction soon.
Okay, for March.
Yep, and he gave me all his like court record papers too to go through. So. Yeah, he does. You guys don't even understand how bad it this summer will. He like tears up thinking about Summer. I'm not even joking. He really wants her found. This has been really tough on him. Just like when I talked to Haskell Rhines, you guys, that was so sad, him crying like a baby, you know, at the fact that Dawn even mentioned him as, you know, being involved in Summer's case. Like, it was so sad. You know, Haskell didn't want me to put our conversation on YouTube, and so I tried to.
I even thought Haskell had something to do with it at first. You know.
You did think he did at first?
Because I had him checked into myself, you know, hard.
Is he known for weird, that kind of, have you seen him be weird with children or something?
I wouldn't trust children around him.
Yeah. People, I know, see, he was so little. Gosh, guy was probably 100 pounds soaking wet. Like that time. I mean, I was in a car alone with him trying to go out looking for Chad Arnold. And I knew it was not the smartest thing, but I mean, he was so, the guy, he does drink a lot, but he did bawl like a baby when it came to how he felt about being mentioned and as a suspect or looked into, and, you know.
But he was the only one that wouldn't turn his phone in either.
He wouldn't turn his phone in?
Mm-hmm. When they asked to dip everybody's phones.
Yeah.
He's the only one that didn't. And the only one that refused this property to be searched was Jody Sue and Andy.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Jody Sue and Andy refused your property to be searched?
Yeah, that's the only ones that refused it.
Jody Sue and Andy are the only ones that would not let the law enforcement search their property. The first night they didn't let them?
I remember hearing that, yes. That they wouldn't let them search first night.
Did they let them, like...
They had to bring a search warrant in.
They had to bring a search warrant. So, the police had to have a warrant, Jody Sue and Andy. They'd have a warrant to search your property when there's a child missing. Are you freaking kidding me?
And Andy did state later on that there was a few pot plants growing on the property.
Yeah.
That was their excuse for not letting them search the property.
Yeah, that was their... oh, sorry. I'm saying... I'm sorry.
You're okay. I mean...
I'm just moving around her stuff.
I mean... I don't care if I had a whole daggone field full of it.
So they
Like
were
a tobacco
literally the
patch.
only ones that won it.
Yeah. The only ones.
If a missing kid, you know, you darn skippy, I'd be letting somebody search.
Interesting. And Fred does not believe Chad Arnold is any way involved at all. He does have a drug problem, but like...
He's not no childhood.
Yeah. I know a lot of people are really dead set on Chad Arnold, and there for a while I really did want to talk to him too, and I haven't talked to him still. He's going through a lot of depression and stuff with his brother's death and other things going on and his addiction. I just think that he's really just not wanting I truly believe he's just trying to avoid the circus on here on YouTube. But I'm...
Another person I am suspicious of, I don't want to be, but I have that thought in my head, is of Robin Lane. If they've had to have a woman in here somewhere to help take care.
I keep getting something in a reading about a Queen of Wands, and that's somebody
I
that's
just feel that
attractive, and it's like, what
is too sweet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you see these people that are just so sweet and bubbly and kind and all this, but she's just a little too giggly at times for me.
Yeah, she would be a people. I think people, people would think, oh, they wouldn't look into her too much because she's a nice, sweet.
She's pretty and all that, and boys and girls. If it was a little kid, they would see her more as maybe a motherly, innocent type person.
Yeah. So I guess Karma's Queen said they did search, that they were all over that property. Well, not the first night. They had to get a warrant. So
Especially search the house.
to search the house, they wouldn't let him in the house. Like,
And when she kept talking, Jody Sue kept talking about the flowers. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't they just plain old iris?
There ain't many flowers up there, but it was jumped up like a dump. So it wasn't.
But down at the road where she was talking about, I think there was just.
That's all was down there is iris.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Just iris. It's not like they take a lot of TLC.
dude, she didn't freaking do anything with flowers. She's not.
No.
She's not going to get no dirt underneath them fingernails.
She doesn't need any more.
They put down there was fake flowers anyway.
Yeah, I don't think she didn't even. You guys, she didn't even have. They didn't even have plumbing up there. I mean, I don't think she's like.
They had running water in the house.
Yeah, they had water. That's it.
They had no bathroom or nothing, unless they installed one later.
But no, Jody Sue kept her fingernails all manicured and.
Oh, people take pictures of her hands all the time and how gross they are.
God, I love to get out and get dirt underneath my fingernails and work in my flowers and all that. I mean, take a scrub brush, get the dirt out. No big deal.
Jody Sue is just, unfortunately, she's just so desperate for attention, and it's hard to. And it's.
They're real lucky that the DHS didn't step in and take their kids because of nastiness and stuff.
Yeah. Does everybody remember the cloud apartment she lived in that had to be completely torn down because she freaking. It was so bad.
The whole apartment wasn't up the trash.
They had to freaking tear down that side of the cloud apartments because of her. It was completely infested. You guys remember? Ziggy asked Fred about wells in that area. Wells, like water wells, old wells. Do you know of any?
Yeah, there's like a couple on Will's property.
He said there's a couple on Will's property.
Yeah, old wells. Yeah.
Well, now I heard somebody say something too, that there was
across the road,
an old well in that shed.
Beach Creek Road, across from the building down there on the lower part of the Wells property.
Yeah.
There's like 1, 2, 3, right at 4 different wells that's right within probably 200 feet of each other. Plus, there's a lot of oil wells that's been drilled in that area that's not marked off too. I mean, every 200 feet they drilled for oil back in the 80s and blasted, which left big openings and stuff too.
Yeah.
Well, back when a lot of those homes was built, you had to dig a well.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
You didn't have city water, or like a lot of people know nowadays.
Something about a slave tunnel and stuff underneath the Wells's house or whatever. That's false. If there's a tunnel, it's where Don and him had dug, but there's not no slave for it.
Why did you ever figure out why he tore down the nice part of that house?
No.
Because didn't you say like the part that was torn down was actually the nicest part of the house? Don. Didn't he tear down part of that house?
I don't know. I didn't even go around Don and them much. I mean, I may have talked to him 15 times in 15 years until summer went missing. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I couldn't get rid of him out from my house, Stayed there all the time, all hours of the night and stuff.
I'd have told him to go home.
Fred's too nice to.
I know he is. But when it comes to my bedtime and somebody like him,
I mean, that
I
was when
told him
Summer
how to
went
go.
missing and stuff, trying to figure out where she had went and stuff too. You know, what would have happened or what could have happened, or, you know.
Yeah, but
He knows what's happened
Yeah.
to his daughter.
he wanted to see your reactions and what you knew and what
That's
you were.
my opinion. Wanting to know, trying to hang around to find out what I did know and what I had told the law and stuff to stay one step ahead. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think that they really did not. It really worried Dawn that you had seen Andy out there that day. And yeah,
But I'm still worried about it.
And I think that that's why he keeps going over there, or kept going over there, is because he was so afraid what you saw. And yeah, and it's just
didn't have no emotions that night at all. I mean, never first one time said he wished somebody bring her home. He knew if she was okay. Never nothing like that. You know, I was more tore up than he was. You know, she ain't my kid, but he didn't show no emotions. I mean, like he knew that she was dead or whether she was being well took care of, because they wasn't no in between. You know, it was just he calm as can be, everything. I mean, but never first once said he wished somebody just bring her back or wish he knew where she was at. Only one thing he wanted to do is talk about the resurrection and seeing her during the resurrection, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, that told a story right there in itself to me.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, I feel like he was trying to push the death scene too quick. I mean,
yeah, I know.
It, you know.
He's called Summer fish food before.
Yeah.
His own daughter. So did you hear that? Fred said that he had more emotion about this Summer going missing than Dawn did.
He just had no emotions. I mean, like it wasn't nothing. I mean, like she wasn't even gone. You know.
And then Candace, for it to take 2 weeks for her to even come out and speak.
Well, that was Dawn controlling that scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like Dawn controlling the oldest boy, you know. I mean.
Oh yeah, you could tell that in that. I mean, by the news.
You hardly ever seen his oldest son with him around anywhere, and then when Summer went missing, he was like stuck right with everywhere that you seen Dawn, you seen him, you know. And he's always like he's afraid to even look up or anything.
Yeah. Makes you wonder what the boys have.
He's seen something. He knows something.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. Will we ever know what the boys did see and have told?
I'm wondering once he gets 18 if he'll speak.
And see, Hunter's supposed to be 18 next month.
He's having the worst time during this transaction.
Yeah.
I mean, stuff too, you know.
He is. The oldest boy is like the most.
And I'm just glad they won't never go back to being him.
Yeah. So those who are just coming in, guys, something that we learned about, that I just learned, is that Dawn did actually call CPS to come get the boys. He was actually tripping, or he was up too much, or did too much cocaine. He was freaking out on crack. That's why he was paranoid. And that was the day that he was a crack fairy that we talked about before, when he went and bought all that crack, you know, just to prove that he doesn't need money. So it made no sense, his logic in that. Yeah, he said he didn't have to trade his daughter for it when he had money. Was his logic. But yeah, so Dawn freaked out and called CPS and told CPS to come get the boys because of YouTube. He did blame it on the YouTubers, but he went and before CPS got there, Dawn goes down to Fred's. You know, and was he trying to play it off like it was too dangerous to you too? Because
I done run him off at that point at night when he went and called for the social services to come and get the kids.
Yeah, because he was wasn't he trying to do coke with you or something?
Yeah, he was offering it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so glad you didn't freaking do that.
I know better.
Yeah. And it's just so weird. Like, you know, and then
It was all just a setup anyway, I feel like.
it is a setup. And, you know, their little plan has failed. So I think it's failed. It's starting to all come unraveled. And, yeah. So half the truth they took, though, because he was on crack. They get there and he was from 6:15. His timeline. What do you mean his timeline? Wait, aren't you the... Hold on. Yeah, cursed with curiosity. Aren't you the one that was... What I wanted to ask you, you first answer me a question. Why is Fred a suspect and not everybody else on that road? Why did you say in your video that he's a which I get it, but if he's a suspect, then everybody on that road has to be a suspect. What makes you believe Fred Hill is a suspect more so than anybody else? Why? Because Don Wells mentions it, because mentions him? Is that it?
Because of the drug scene.
Yeah, but everybody's on the drug scene. Yeah, but everybody is on drugs out there. But it's just, no. If you're sitting here wanting me to have him mention, you're sitting there cursed with curiosity. I know your feelings about him. And you're sitting here wanting him to trip up and mess up on his timeline. Do you want to tell the timeline of what you did on June 15th?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, he said it's fine. So, what happened?
Well, from what point? I mean, from 8 o'clock that morning, I went out, and Don was in the red Subaru with the boys coming off the hill at that time. And then I went out to get some guys and stuff.
Yeah, that was about 9 a.m., right?
Yeah.
So he saw Don going up the driveway at 9 a.m.
Well, it's coming off the driveway.
Oh, off the driveway. See how things get switched around? It's probably my fault, like why some things have got switched around. So Don was coming out the driveway, and he had the boys with him. Yeah. And he was in the red Subaru. And this was at 9 a.m. on 6:15. Mm-hmm. And you were leaving to go...
I was going to get gas. Give me some gas and cigarettes that morning.
Gas and cigarettes. And then...
I was trying to think what time I come back. It was around 11 something. I come back in, I think. Then I started working trying to load vehicles and stuff. That's when about 3:40... say about 3:47 or something other, when Andy come in when I was loading the vehicle.
Yep. You were down, where were you when you were loading the vehicle?
Huh?
Where were you when you were loading the vehicle? Which property?
I was at 167.
Oh, you were loading it on?
Yeah, 165 and 167, same address.
Right. So it was actually, you saw him at 167 or 207?
167.
See, I get that confused.
Yeah.
I keep thinking it was 207.
No.
So that's why you didn't see what he was doing back there then.
No, I couldn't see him from down
that
there.
Makes sense, because you wouldn't have been able to see what him and that truck were doing down there.
Because the Mississippi tag come in probably 15 minutes before Andy come in.
So there's a truck, dark windows, tinted windows, yeah. 2 people in it.
It was either a blue Chevy or a blue GMC, probably 2010 model or something.
2010 dark blue. Single cab, no back seats, 2 people in the front.
But I know that gets.
It was so blacked out you couldn't see who the people were, and had Mississippi tags.
No, the car had Mississippi tags that had the girl in it.
Oh, the girl had Mississippi tags.
Yeah.
See, guys, see, I get shit. I'm
I
sorry.
don't know what the truck tag was on it, you know. But Lyle said that car was going to the Redmond, said she had checked out or something.
Yeah. Yeah, the girl supposedly was cleared, supposedly, because she was going to the Redmonds. And that was a third vehicle. So there's 3 vehicles. First, the truck comes in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then how long after was it Andy next?
Probably less than 10 minutes. The car comes in, then about 15 minutes after that, Andy comes in.
Okay, so the car came after second.
Yeah, and then Andy was last, and then that's when Andy went on to the dead end and come back out, and the truck was following him at the time.
Truck was following Andy out of the holler, and that was about 3:47 because that's when he's on camera.
Yeah.
And
but when they come back out, it was when they come in, it's about 3:47.
Oh, when they came in, it's 3:47.
And then it was about, I don't know, I was trying to think what the timestamps was on it. It's been so long.
Yeah. But he was
350 something.
3. So it wasn't 350 something. So he could have been there. He was maybe maximum back there like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. Then why you wouldn't? Too bad you weren't over at 207 to see what they were doing down there. Yeah. But then that probably wouldn't have happened. Like,
no, I mean, I was still trying to load the vehicle at the time, trying to get it loaded so I could have it the crusher by 4 o'clock, which I didn't get it loaded.
He didn't get to the crusher in time, so that's my bad. I'm the one that has messed that story up a couple times. You guys got to understand too. Like
like when we was talking to Jill, it's so hard to hear and stuff.
It is hard to hear on those phones and stuff in jail.
I know. Curse with Curiosity was just in Tragedy Pimps Exposed talking shit. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand. I was like into her video, and then she goes and starts. I'm like, guys, you got to think. Can you please just think logically? Like, if you put that on one person, you have to put it on everybody on that road. Like, you can't, it just doesn't make sense. Like, why, to me, what makes you think Fred Hill over anybody? And a lot of times it's because people are getting him confused with Frank Light, the horse thing, and I did that for the longest time. I used to accidentally call you Frank Light all the time. The phone near Fred, well, I'll move it over a little bit. It's my computer. He does talk quiet, but
I know a lot of people. Heck, I lost my train of thought. What was I going to say? Duh.
I do that all the time.
God. Senior moment. God, Kathy, what was you going to say?
No, that's crazy because yeah, Juniper.
I know.
Okay, go ahead.
I know what I was going to say. I had to pick myself back up. I know that people have free will to go into any chat. If the person wants to block them, or if they say something they're not supposed to say or rude. I know I have accidentally blocked a couple of people in Ziggy's before that I did not mean to, but don't go into somebody else's chat and talk shit about Ziggy, and then go into Ziggy's and be so lovey-dovey. I seen some.
No, she was trying. That's why I knew what she was doing with her comment. She was trying to, get him to accidentally mess something up so we can make, turn, and it's just ridiculous, guys. This is 2.5 years ago. It's not always going to be this. And also, you got to remember, a lot of times it's me repeating the story, and then I freaking say something wrong, like the crusher thing. Like, I'm the one that thought that they got there. I'm pretty sure I'm the one that said that they got there on time, because because he had mentioned how they were trying to hurry to get there in time. So I just figured that they did get there in time.
No, I never even got it loaded.
Because I know in my tree yesterday, as I was caught part of it, I seen a couple of people that go in Ziggy's chat. They was in another tech chat talking crap.
I know, it's just...
And I know who yous were. I seen your name.
I know people act like I don't, how Ryan was put in that chat, shares, oh, be sure don't tell Ziggy. It's like, dude, come on now. Like, what is up with, I mean, he is just nothing like I thought he was. Like, I thought the guy was supposed to be an educated man with like a good job at Eastman.
Well, I thought to begin with that he didn't believe in
psychics,
and then to come to find out, I mean.
And then his wife's one is supposedly, at first he didn't say psychic. Oh, she's always had these abilities, like, or this very intuition. And then now it's like she goes everywhere with him and it's like filling out everything. No, it's like it's so fake.
Well, we can all have moments that we might get a feeling something's happened, something's gone wrong, something of that nature. So are we supposed to say we're psychic?
These Redmond, how well does Fred know them?
Do what?
Somebody asked these Redmonds, how well does Fred know them?
I don't know. The Redmonds?
Yeah.
I don't know. Me and him never got along.
Yeah, you know him well enough to know that that guy, yeah. Just, I mean, the Redmonds have always gave Fred a hard time, so they don't really have that great of a relationship. But I'm sure some of it's probably warranted. There probably was drug activity or something.
They want the land.
They do want the land. That is true.
A lot of people around here, and probably other places also, land.
Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of me and his problem was he was wanting to buy the piece of land or 207,
I know my dad, he liked to own property.
Yeah.
So somebody want me, hold on one second.
The holler followers on and taking pictures and threatening them and everything else all the time.
Okay. So he was just saying that the Redmonds
That's the only one I know of,
run people off all the time. Was Redmond cooperative with police?
He talked to law all the time,
An ugly fella, real mean. Is it Redmond ugly fella?
He's
and mean? I know that the Redmonds, like...
he comes off like he is,
Yeah. Thank you, Fred, for most of the timeline. Cursed with curiosity. What else? I'm sorry. What do you want? What else do you want? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can you tell us what we forgot since you were there? Are you ever going to go on camera without the cartoon character over your face? What are you afraid of? Like, oh, thanks for part of the timeline. I'm glad you know the whole fucking timeline.
The law knows as well.
Yeah, the law knows.
Whisper.
What the heck is she? What does she mean? Well, thanks for most of the timeline. Like, what the hell? Like,
there's nobody that knows the whole timeline.
I'm sorry that what else do you want? Oh, when Dawn came down there after Summer went missing, are you talking about after? You know, I get distracted easily too. I mean, come on.
Before I seen Andy at Zoomers like at 5:30.
Oh yeah. Oh, how about that? Andy at Zoomers at 5:30 too.
He's on camera there too. Same day. I was at Zoomers at 5:30 myself.
Andy was on camera at 5:30 at Zoomers on the day Summer went missing.
As well as in the hauler.
And he was in the hauler.
On that camera, on Fields Road camera too.
And he was on camera on Fields Road. So he's so full of shit.
Where Jody C wanted to say something about last night that they put a gate up across their driveway on Fields Road.
Yeah.
And they had to climb over the gate to get him to the property and all that, but they was on camera and all that.
Yeah. So when he had to climb over the fence to get on Fields Road that he just suddenly goes over to the day that Summer goes missing and hadn't even been there for over a year, right?
Yeah, over a year because the gate been up there for a year.
Suddenly he wants to go check out Fields Road and check that property for Summer Wells. Like Summer Wells is somehow for some reason gonna be, a few miles down the road at Fields Road. Like just on that property. Oh, let me go check out Fields Road.
It makes sense.
Yeah. He hadn't been there for a freaking forever.
That's on like they both went, but Andy's just the only one that was in the car, supposedly on camera. That one.
Could Jerry Sue have taken Summer over revenge about Candace not selling property to her? Is there an old blue house on Fields Road?
Yeah.
But there's no, Chris, you didn't give in.
On Simpson Lane too, but that's off of Ben Hill. The little blue house on the last house on top of the hill on the left.
There's an old blue house where? Sorry, I was.
Simpson Lane, past Don's driveway, the next road to the right, off of Ben Hill.
Oh, are you talking about Ben Hill and Beach Creek? That?
No.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's Simpson Loop. Simpson Lane runs off of Ben Hill, where the red truck would run off in the creek, off in that tile and stuff with 4-wheeler and all that. Don trying to say it was the same day Summer went missing. Which one?
No, that red truck?
Estian, red Estian.
Yeah.
I remember him showing pictures.
Yeah.
Of that.
A well, is there a well out there on Fields Road?
Yes.
He said yes.
Is there a well down there, down on the lower part where that shed is? There's 2 of them?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Well, I was done searched them.
Oh, they've done been searched.
I told them wherever well that I knew where it was and stuff,
Uh-huh.
I'll unblock Andy, but I am going to go here in a few. I have to.
Is Andy wanting to come and chat?
Oh, people think that he is going to. I doubt that he would come up on panel and dispute right here with Fred right now, but.
Game on.
You're speaking for Fred. Fred,
Kids.
he said he doesn't care, so coming in chat and typing is a lot different than speaking face to face.
Yeah, right, it is.
That is true.
Like over the phone, everybody talks a big game on that phone. But by God, when it comes face to face, if I got their damn mouth down, don't work.
Mm-hmm.
Same as it did over the phone.
Did I do this? Let me make sure. I might have. Trying to make sure I unblocked him.
On that phone, their mouth works big.
Yeah, he's unblocked.
By God, whenever you get face to face with that mouth, don't work the same as it did.
No.
Cher and Andy are BFF. Cher, she's BFF with whoever. Like, for some reason, she always is on the wrong side of the. I mean, it's for her to be respected.
I swore I thought I heard somebody pull in. I thought I heard somebody pull in.
Oh, it's okay.
But I thought I heard somebody pull in.
I'm just reading people's comments. There's Blue Roof House. Yeah, that's Blue. That's Daniel and Don. There's a Don and Daniel. Daniel. Who's that guy's name?
You talking about Daniel Chambers?
Yeah,
Daniel
Chambers.
Daniel Chambers.
Yeah. You think there's a certain son ran over Summer and panicked? But see, like, the thing is, I don't know, like, with that, because there would be some kind of, I would think, evidence.
There would be evidence.
Yeah. Of something like that. Oh, Lady May says, I really like Fred. Free Fred. And no, crimes have consequences. Oh, I really actually liked you and enjoyed your channel and stuff, but I just didn't I understand you can have your opinion and it's fine. And I've always been open to people's opinions, but I just don't understand the logic. You know, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it. Like, why people, you know, would it be the same if I was, you know, was like, if it was Don, like Chambers or, you know, any of these other people?
Well, that's just like Andy being on the road that day. That don't mean he done anything wrong, you know. But it does raise the question, why is he lying about being on the road that day, you know?
Yeah.
That's the only question it raises.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why are you lying about being on the road that day? That doesn't, it just, that's strange.
Well, I heard a theory yesterday, and it had not crossed my mind. Don't remember whose it was on, but somebody stated that Don may have rolled over in his sleep and Summer, I don't think they actually said the word smothered, but more or less.
Oh, I don't mean you crimes have consequences. I'm sorry. I get you and her. I'm so sorry. Crimes have consequences. I meant cursed with curiosity. I get you guys confused. I am so sorry. That's why I had to check her channel and make sure that she was, why it took me a second to respond to her super chat. And thank you, Cursed with Curiosity, for your super chat. Really, I appreciate it. I get you, Cursed with Curiosity and Crimes Have Consequences confused. I am so sorry. I am speaking to Cursed with Curiosity about something that she had said about Fred in one of her videos. And you're very welcome to have your opinion, even here. Right? It's fine. But I just knew that, I just found the comment and the question that you were asking just kind of like, I knew your feelings about Fred, and I just felt like you were trying to, like, I don't know. I just didn't feel like it was a genuine question. It's just another way to try to attack him. But who said something about Don rolling over?
I heard somebody, and I don't remember word for word, but it something about maybe that it happened maybe that night of the 14th into the 15th, that maybe in bed or something while they were sleeping, that maybe he had rolled over on her.
No.
So
She's too
I
old
never
for
had
something
heard
like that.
That'd be a
theory.
scenario.
No.
No, I never had thought of that scenario.
No,
She's too.
that's
She's.
not logical.
Because I
No.
think she would have kicked him in the butt
Yeah.
if that had happened.
I'm making sure I don't forget my presents. Well, he has to. I have to go here in a few, guys. He just went outside, but he's got to go. He's got to go back to where he's staying here. They're allowed to go, and yes, he's able to be here. It's 100% okay. He's allowed to, and but see, like if something like that happened, you would think that they would call the police, or I don't know.
I know you would think that if there was any type of accident that they would have called the police. An accident is an accident.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple.
Well,
when you go out here to cover it up, then that becomes a crime.
Yeah. Well, I am going to go, guys. I know that you guys want to keep asking questions, but I have to go. My dad texted me a couple hours ago.
Hey, guys.
I do have to, and he probably is going to have to be going back. Is there pictures behind me? I think there's just, these ones? Can you see them? Well. They're so small, I doubt that they could really see them, but. Oh, thank you for the Cash App. Says for happy birthday. I think that's Fixin' 2. I think she goes by Fixin' 2 in chat. Thank you so much. But yeah, I've been on here for 2.5 hours, and that was like way.
God, it don't feel like it.
Longer than I expected, and he wasn't even expecting to talk or anything. So somebody have asked about the lady of the evening video in chat. Oh, you can't find it? I thought I put it in chat. Try that one. That link right there should take you to the Lady of the Night video if you guys want to check it out, because it's becoming more and more. Yep, that was over a year ago. That call, or that was on July 13th of 2022. So it was July of 2022 that I had that conversation. Didn't Laura say they did? I'll have to go back and listen. I don't know. Did Laura say if you guys made it to the scrap? I don't think so. I don't know. You have to listen. I wouldn't think, if they didn't make it, I wouldn't think she would say they made it. I don't know. I can't remember. I think it was me that had said it, had accidentally said that they had made it, and I just got confused. I think that's where it came from. All right, guys, I really have to pee, and I've been on a long time, so thank you guys so much, and I will be back definitely tomorrow. If not, this is stressing me. I'm starting to get a headache. I don't like headaches. I have a long drive.
Bye, everybody. Love you.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Talk to you guys later.